So what was the initial insight? You're working at Del Webb. What is the insight that takes you to 55 places that says, I see something here. I think there's something here. And then the more I think about it, I'm going in. I'm going all in. I'm putting my thumbs together. I'm pushing my chips in, and I'm going to go in business for myself, even though, right, you hadn't been in the business 20 years. And then I'll let you kind of tee it up. But after hearing the idea, it was one of those, well, hell, this doesn't exist already. Bill is the guy who's filling the void here. So maybe kind of tell us that story about when you first had an inclination about the possibility, what that insight was, and then kind of how you acted on that moving forward.
Yeah, so working at Del Webb for 4 or 5 years, a lot of people would come into the sales pavilion at Sun City Huntley. They would look around, they love the amenities, they love the models, and they'd say, "This is great. We just don't want to live here. Do you have anything that's on the south side of Chicago, or we're going to retire to Arizona or Florida? What do you have down there?" And of course, I would try to say, "Oh, there's a Del Webb community in Phoenix, or there's one in Orlando. You should check those out or look on the website." But inevitably, Del Webb isn't everywhere, and I started to realize that for people who are searching for active adult communities in some other market, their options were very limited in trying to figure out what's there. You think about it going back to 2006, 2007. If Del Webb had a new property, or anybody has a new construction property, they got signage everywhere. They got billboards. They might be doing newspaper ads. They obviously have a website. But if you don't know where to look, how are you going to find them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the vast majority of active adult communities that exist today, and even back then, are resale communities. So Del Webb or whoever had gone in and built, Sun City this or Trilogy that, but they had finished construction of it, and it was, sold out, and there was no longer any new construction there. So if you knew that that community was there, you could, go to that area, talk to a real estate agent, and see if you could get a tour of that and buy a home. But nobody was really marketing that or promoting that. So for somebody who wanted to find an active adult community, there was no really good one-stop resource online to find, research, and compare all of the various options. There was a couple of like mom and pop type sites that allowed communities to pay to advertise, but only communities that paid to advertise could be on there. There were some websites that only showed new construction, but nobody offered like a full comprehensive resource of all of the active adult communities that existed in the United States. And that's where, the first idea came from. It would be like trying to find a hotel before there was a hotels.com or a kayak or anything like that. Is like there was no 55 places for active adult communities. And it just dawned on me that this has to exist. And I guess I'm going to be the guy to build it. So I did.